share that with the group. It's been very helpful.
I think it's a program that really addresses one of the fundamental needs of many of our parents, which is incorporating reading into a family setting, which is taking something that is a learning environment for yourself, working on your reading and writing and parenting skills as an adult, but doing it in a setting in which your kids are a part of that program and that process. And so they're here together and they share time in the library and share time reading and listening to stories. But there's also some support here in terms of the wonderful volunteers that we have that help take care of the children upstairs in the library, and the facilitators that we have in the parents program, to allow parents some time to get together just with other parents and talk about some of these issues that are important to them.
For those whose reading skills are limited, the library offers materials and support in the Adult Learning Center on the 3rd floor of the downtown library.
Yeah, the reading place is set up to be usable by someone who's not familiar with the Dewey system or is new to the system. They're bins as opposed to shelves, so it's face out as opposed to spine out for the most part, and we have a video collection for basic skills development. We have books on tape. We have the reference materials that I mentioned, the dictionaries.
There is also a special computer class, Wired for Learning, designed for new English speakers and low-level readers. Taught by volunteers, the class is geared to cover the basics of using a computer and includes lots of hands-on practice. Another large population the department serves are people who want to learn or improve their English. The library's ESL services has a wide array of books and tapes to help them. There's also lots of information for people wishing to become citizens, including videotapes, where to find citizenship classes, and a complete citizen information packet. For those who want to practice their English in a group setting, ESL Services offers a program called Talk Time, where new English speakers gather for conversation and fun.
We have Talk Time at 3 sites, and basically it's to give real-life conversation practice for those who may be learning English in a classroom but have no speaking practice, or those who are learning on their own but who are really afraid to talk to strangers on the street.
Talk Time can seem a little like a mini United Nations, with participants from many nationalities meeting to learn new words and make new friends.
It is a beautiful time for me. It is a fun time. It is beautiful people, American people, who want to help us.
The services provided by the literacy and ESL programs make a real difference in people's lives. For more information or to volunteer, check out these events. Octavio Ortega is only 12 hours old, but he's already received his first book from the Seattle Public Library, thanks to the Raise a Reader program.
This particular program is aimed at a group of people who might not ordinarily use the library or be familiar with what is offered. So not only does the program attempt to teach young parents the importance of reading to children, but also hopefully to introduce them to the library so that they'll know its resources, and so that the parents as well as the children will become lifetime users.
Raise a Reader, geared to the city's youngest library patrons, is a project of the Friends of the Library. Every other month, library volunteers assemble over 800 Raise a Reader packets to be delivered to area hospitals.
There's this little Read to Me t-shirt for the babies, and there's a copy of Goodnight Moon, which is a wonderful introductory book for the smallest children. There's also an information sheet for new parents, which gives, for example, a list of books that are good for the youngest children. This has some little games that you can play with your young babies, finger play and that kind of thing, a list of cassettes. And it also has a coupon here that the parents can take to their local branch library before the baby reaches the age of 1, and they can get another free book.
The packets are then given to new parents as they prepare to take their baby home. Giving parents this special packet helps introduce them to library services and reinforces the importance of reading to babies.
Anything we can do to reinforce reading to your children and getting them enthusiastic about reading is extremely worthwhile. So we're very happy that we have the packs to give out.
Raise a Reader reaches thousands of parents each year and sends future library patrons like Drew Christofferson home from the hospital with a good book.
Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. Oh, the bunny's asleep now. All done. It was a good story. Do you want to hear it again? Yeah.
The Beacon Hill Library is the smallest branch in the library system, operating out of a storefront on 15th Avenue South. But despite its size, the branch plays a key role in the life of the neighborhood.
I really feel it anchors the neighborhood. It's certainly one of the strong institutions, along with the community center on Beacon Hill. That plus it's really a meeting place, I think, for lots of people on Beacon Hill. It sits at the crossroads right here at the major intersection of Beacon and 15th, and it's just now that we've had expanded hours, it's just has been a real meeting place, I think, for people.
Beacon Hill is a blend of many cultures and has one of the highest number of young children in the city. It's a neighborhood that uses the library and needs its resources.
We're a very diverse community. We have a lot of kids, a lot of elderly. We're really dependent on public transportation more so than a lot of other neighborhoods. We have a lot of walking just in the area, and because of the resources available to people of different languages and things, the library is a natural outlet for that kind of thing.
The Beacon Hill branch has the feel of a small-town library with a friendly and dedicated staff. The librarians not only know most patrons by name, they often know just what kind of books they like.
Diane has been very kind. She knows the kinds of books that I like, and she will occasionally say, "I've reserved a book for you, Doris."
There's also a large collection of foreign language books, a computer area, a language learning center, and a well-used children's section, complete with toys and games. After school and in the summer, the library becomes a major hangout for neighborhood kids like Johnny Dang.
Well, I like to use the computers, and they have a lot of books that I like, so I come here a lot.
Using the computers or checking out materials, the children find the library to be a safe and fun place to go.
I know personally a lot of children that would be latchkey children with nothing to do and no supervision if they didn't attend programs that the library offers. So I think it's really important.
The Beacon Hill branch may be the smallest library in the system, but it is well loved by its patrons. Let's say you're planning your next vacation, maybe an adventure to the Far East, or just up into the mountains. Before you head to your travel agent or spend a lot of money buying guidebooks and maps, consider a trip to the new travel section of the downtown library. To find out what kind of travel information the library carries, we talked with librarian Mary Douglas.
We have a lot of information about destinations, and essentially a lot of people would like to look at a guidebook on a certain area for travel and description kinds of things, and so we have a vast array of those travel guidebooks for particular cities, countries, regions of the world, and that's a place that people start a lot. Also, we have videos. We have a whole selection of travel videos. People are interested in visually seeing some sort of indicator of where they're going. And the travel videos do that very well. And we also have magazines, travel magazines, and we have background information about countries so that if people are interested in what they need to travel to a particular country, if they want to have passport and visa information, that kind of thing, they want to know about any security risks or how to eat the food in a particular country or whatever. All of that information is here within the library system. We also have language learning materials as well, and people are interested, say, in learning French or Spanish or whatever language that of the country that they're going to. We have basic cassettes, audio cassettes. We also have videos that are language learning, as well as basic books and reference material for language learning.
The department also holds a huge map collection, so you can get a good idea of where you're going.
We have maps that are essentially basic state or road maps, or country maps, and all of those you can check those out. So we call those circulating maps. We also have a lot of maps that are focused on our outdoor lands, like our public forests, national forests, and national parks, and so forth.
For those with limited travel budgets or little time, the library also holds lots of information about destinations that are closer to home.
If a family wants to hike with kids or whatever and are looking at places that are close into the city, we have that kind of information as well. And we're trying to
Puzzle girl.
that's okay. There's always many of them still. You want to go in the Mikado?
Actually, Mommy, I want to go swimming. I want to go swimming.
What do you have for lunch?
I brought like the fruits, and I thought that I never was coming to like the country. So he gave me
This is the actual library I've been in since October 4th, 1971. So 28 years and a couple of months.
Really? You've never been in a-
well,
you've
one
never
from
worked in
27 years and a couple of months.
Wow.
This has always been my base. I've worked in many, many libraries throughout the city. You know, for extended times. You know, like I worked at University of Maryland for several years, a day a week, or Green Lake several years, and Lake City I worked at, Henry Branch I worked at.
But this
has always been my base.
Okay, great. Are you ready for
I'm all set.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, by the way, we got your overdue book story. We're going to use the overdue book.
Which one was this?
The one about the one that was overdue.
Oh, for
Do you know
80
when it
years
was
or
due?
whatever.
Yeah, it was due in 1916.
That's right. I'd said there was just at the board meeting or something. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very funny. I guess this guy told us he died, and he asked his wife to take it back. She never did. Which we'll see.
We think we should do something where it was his dying breath. You know, return the library.
Well, you know, there's this little children's book. I'll have to give it to you for your kids. Alistair in Outer Space. It's about the very responsible little boy on his way to the library to return his books, and he's kidnapped by aliens from space, and all he can think about is library books. His library books.
Great. Okay, Gail. Can you tell me a little bit about the neighborhood, what this neighborhood is like?
Oh, we're close to the university here, and we have a lot of University of Washington families. We have a lot of foreign families coming to spend a year here. That's a nice relationship to make with people. They're often quite overwhelmed at what an American library system is, or the wealth of books here, and they really love to take advantage of everything they can here in the library system. And I always like it when they say, come in and say goodbye and finish out, so we know that they've gone back. Upper middle class, educated neighborhood, people very interested in the library and using the library and seeing their kids use the library. I often think I live in a dream world at this library because I have routinely every day of my life here, children come in and check out a stack of novels this tall and take them off and read them, and they'll come back in 10 days or 2 weeks and get another stack of novels this tall. And I just don't know how prevalent that is across the country. They talk about so many other attractions for kids these days, and that books are still so wildly popular. It's very heartening.
Great. Do you think it's because people start coming here, people start bringing their children here at an early age?
Yes. Families are just used to using the library on a very routine basis. We see the same people over and over and over on a very regular basis. It's just part of people's weekly, semi-week, two or three times a month schedule to come to the library.
Great. So what's your favorite part of the job?
Oh, recommending books to the patrons. Not just kids, adults too. Just I'll just wander over, and I've perfected the technique. You never ask, can I help you? Because that allows somebody to say, oh no. But I say, are you looking for a good book today? And nobody will admit they're not looking for a good book to read, or you can't give them a chance to say no to you. You know, what can I help you find today? Because I just love to find out what people have enjoyed and then give them other things along those lines. They're just my favorites.
Great. Are there any special people or special relationships that you've had over the years?
Oh yes, being very close to patrons. Oh, I've been invited to kindergarten graduations, and out to dinner. I routinely go out to lunch with patrons and correspond with patrons. In fact, in September, I'm going to Pennsylvania to visit some library patrons who were here for a year, and it's not quite that dramatic because I'm going back to visit family who live nearby. But I'll check in on some patrons who left the area. So I'm very good friends with lots and lots of patrons.
Great.
And I have to say, in kind of in a very sad way, you know, I've also go to patrons' funerals too, and through the years, children's funerals. That's been the hardest part of the job.
I'm sure. Are there any programs or projects that you've built over the years that you're especially proud of?
Oh well, I'm proud of the collection. I think the collection is kind of quirky here, I like the odd offbeat thing, and I'm pleased that children have liked these things as well. And also a lot of books that have gone out of vogue, that are no longer popular. I've kept them popular here, and new generations of readers for some very obscure kinds of things. So I like keeping the great books alive, the great obscure books alive. So I would say the collection probably.
Great, great. Why do you think that the library is an important part of this community?
Well, as I say, I think the parents probably, when they were growing up, used the library and loved books as adults and want to pass that on to their children. That's just books are part of their lives, and we're a way to get free books.
Right. Do you think that being close to the university is a big factor?
Yes, I think it is. In terms of our clientele, I think it is a big part of that. I can see the neighborhood has changed through the years. When I started working here in the 70s, this neighborhood really, I believe, was developed in the 50s after the war, and hundreds and hundreds of young families moved in, and by the 70s these people were approaching retirement age and getting older, and the neighborhood was aging. But now that the full cycle is completed, and now it almost seems to me as if a huge new crowd of young families is taking over the houses of that second generation and that second wave. And we see a lot of families with a lot of children these days, whereas in the 70s and 80s it wasn't quite that much.
Okay, great, great.
So we're aging along with the neighborhood.
Yeah, okay, great. I think that's all I needed, Gail. You're so great. You always give me great quotes right away, so we don't have to talk to you very long. So, some people we go on and on with, right, Peter?
This thing's turned. It's so nice to take things out and put things back.
Put things back, we're still working.
Yeah, the taking things out is a lot better.
If you want, I can leave earlier. Northeast Library.
Yeah, human abnormalities, curiosities, and wonders. Okay, I wasn't reading. 79209. Okay. What's the pretty sticky?
That's not exciting. Femme d'adventure, adventure. You brought that one too?
everything back here, but I've checked stuff out